Robert, it came out, and I want your opinion on this. Errol Spence split with Derrick James, and they were talking about that. And mind you, I don't know if it's true or not, but that Derrick James wanted money from the pay-per-view split or something like that. You being a trainer and you've dealt in big fights like Maidana, Mayweather, Rios, Pacquiao. How does that work? I mean, I know a trainer gets a percent, but do you get pay-per-view? How does that work?
In my case, with us, Maidana going against the guy that calls the shots and the guy that like makes all the money, like in Mayweather, we didn't get a percentage on pay-per-view. Maidana's purse was what they told him that's what you're gonna make, and
a flat fee.
Flat fee. You never, which was a great paydays, two great paydays, but never where okay you're gonna get X amount of pay-per-view if you guys sell so much. That was never the case. Same thing with going against Pacquiao with Margarito or with Brandon. It was just they got a flat fee and they got a real good money, and that was it. Pacquiao and Mayweather, they were the ones taking all the pay-per-view for themselves. I know for a fact that when Fernando Vargas fought pay-per-view against Trinidad and De La Hoya, every time he fought, he gave my dad his percentage, even off the pay-per-view. But I guess that's something that they should have worked out before the pay-per-view.
Was that an agreement that he had with Big G?
No, it was not an agreement. It was just my dad is his trainer, and 10% goes to my dad out of whatever Fernando makes. That's just the way.
But Fernando did that from the pay-per-view money.
Fernando did that from the pay-per-view money too.
And that was just on the word, like that wasn't in the contract.
Because that's what Fernando, a trainer makes, for mostly everybody 10%. And whatever Fernando makes, if it's for for a fight plus pay-per-view, then Fernando felt that
it's 10% of everything. Basically,
dad also deserves 10% of everything. So that Fernando always did that. But I'm telling you, that's something maybe they could have worked out. I don't know if there were previous pay-per-views where he did get a percentage of pay-per-view, and then in the big one he didn't get any. I don't know that. See, I don't know the situation there.
Do you think Derrick James and Errol Spence just had a split, or do you think him wanting money from the pay-per-view can really be an issue? Because isn't that all worked out before the fight?
I think he's still, from his purse, Derrick James, if he should be getting 10%, and if it, from what we hear, didn't they make like $30 million or 20 to 30?
Yeah, Spence made at least $20 million.
Okay,
for sure.
So then 10% of that's fucking $2 million. So why would Derrick James, still okay? You already got $2 million. Why would he want more than more than that? I really don't know. I'm just saying.
Because I'm thinking, that story may just be made up. They may just split,
exactly.
And that's
so maybe they already had something else that had nothing to do with the percentages. Maybe somebody brought up that somebody made up that story. I don't know, man. But it had to be something that they worked out between each other, and at the end it didn't work out, and now Spence is not going to train with Derrick James. I guess it's just the way it happens, man.
Spence said he's going to Vegas tomorrow, and he wants the winner of a Zoo and Fundora. Yeah. Do you think that's a smart move of him trying to go to a fight like that instead of the rematch with Crawford?
He's taking some time off, which is good. I said it after the fight because I remember them saying he wanted to fight again in December or the rematch in December.
It was too early. We said it was never going to happen.
Well, I was hoping that it never happened because he wouldn't be ready. Now he's had enough time to just recover, heal, and think about it and make a lot of changes and do whatever. So he's been out boxing, so that's good. That's what he needed to do. But he needs to come back with a couple of good wins before he gets anything. Sue is a very dangerous,
first fight back.
Yeah, Tim Sue. If he beats Fundora, which the odds are in his favor, I think Tim Sue is maybe a risky fight for Spence. I would say take 2 or 3 fights before that, and then go after the big ones.
With a guy like Spence, Derrick James been his trainer for his whole life. Who do you think he can, with his style, who do you think he can go to as a trainer?
You know what? At this point, he's already very skillful. He's a very smart man in the ring. He knows how to adjust. He knows how to, except the only performance he had that was not good was against Crawford. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, Crawford was just better that night and put a beating on him. I think what Spence needs right now, he already has the skills. Just somebody that sometimes fighters need a new voice.
Give that extra push.
But for him, he needs a new voice that's gonna fucking really push him. Not a new voice that's gonna kiss his ass. that's gonna make him happy, that's gonna tell him yes to everything. No, he needs a voice where he's gonna, motherfucker, you need 2 more rounds and you're gonna give me 2 more rounds. You know, he needs a voice where he's gonna be sparring guys that are gonna want to be fucking him up. You know, guys that are gonna want to kick his ass, guys that want to look good against him. That's what I think that's what he needs. He needs a place. He needs to be training not by himself. He needs to be training where there's 3, 4, 5, 6 guys that are probably better than you, that are probably gonna kick your ass if you know, that are gonna kick your ass if you don't do right. Can't be training by himself where he calls the shots and everybody's just a yes man around him and there's nobody in the gym that's challenging him. He needs to challenge himself, not only in the ring and sparring, but also in the workouts. If he's in the gym where you got 2 or 3 other guys that are fucking training their ass off and you're over here kind of slacking it, you're gonna
slack.
That. You know, I can't do that because I gotta train like these other dudes. I think that's what he needs. You know, at this point the skills are already there. You know, just somebody that, you know, a new voice, somebody that could obviously learn a little bit of things, but he already has the skills. He was pound for pound one of the best fighters before he lost. So why can't he come back and do the same? Just something new for him.
This world's crazy, right? But the boxing world's even crazier. Would you ever consider training Spence?
You know what? If they reach out to me, I would definitely consider speaking to them and talking to them. You know, I really don't know. You know, only what we hear from different people that, you know, he had an accident because he was drinking, stuff like that. You know, well, obviously I would love to
talk to him and find out what's really up with him.
You know, I don't want that in my gym either. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But yeah, I would love to, man. You know, man, that because those are challenges for me too. Look at what we did with Abnormales, who, you know, when I got Abnormales, I got so many calls from so many boxing people.
What are you doing?
Hey,
You're
Robert,
stupid.
what are you doing?
Yeah.
Don't take him. He's partying too much. He's fucking around with his career. You know, he's a dead man already. And look, we fucking got him and made him world champion right away. A fight where we were the underdogs. Nobody gave us a chance. Look at Maidana. Maidana came to me after a loss, and he didn't want to fight anymore. But you know, he gave us that opportunity and started working. The first few weeks were fucking miserable for him. He didn't even want to be part of my gym anymore because he wanted to retire. But little by little, we started. You know, we had guys like Brandon, like Mikey in the gym. You know, that
push each other.
That everybody pushes each other, and look, he probably had the best fights of his life, best paydays of his life when he came to me. So.
Spence started off in a Mexican boxing gym.
Sometimes fighters need something like that. Maybe Spence needs something like that.
Do you feel like you can adjust his style, like give his style a little fine tuning?
He already has a great style. He was pound for pound one of the best fighters in the world, man. So it's just little touches. You know, honestly, it would be a challenge for me too. I wouldn't mind. It would be a good challenge for me.
You're definitely open to it, right? Why not?
I'm open for it. If I hear from them, I would love to talk to them and put something together. Why not, man? You know, I have a team too, but I'll talk to my team and everything. But you know, why not? You know, there's so many things that I think he could still do.
I appreciate you, Robert.